Hello, my name is Eric Anderson, Wildlife Officer in Sumner County. Today we're going to be talking with Chris Butt, owner-operator of Wildlife Taxidermy in Mitchellville, about how to best prepare your game from when you return from a trophy hunt out west or up north in what's considered a CWD area. Tennessee law states you cannot import, transport, or possess a carcass or part of a carcass from one of these CWD states or areas. Chris is going to share with us the best ways and probably most convenient ways to prepare your trophy game before you come back into Tennessee.
Hey guys, I'm Chris Butt with Wildlife Taxidermy, and I've tried to break this down into a couple of different scenarios. What I want to break down is when you're hunting with an outfitter, they're going to basically do your work for you. If you're hunting on your own, you need to debone your animal and you need to clean the skull. So with the skulls, we have two options. This is a deer skull. This is completely clean. It doesn't have to be like this to bring it back in, but you do have to have all the meat off. And this is the brain canal that has to be completely clean of brain matter. And there's two ways of doing that. That's by boiling with a boiling pot or pressure washing it. As far as the skulls go, we have the option number two. If you're not going to boil it, this will be easier an option. This is a cut skull, and what you're going to do, you're going to cut it. This one's obviously cut for a cut European mount. If you're going to Euro it, if you're going to cut it for a mount, it's basically done the same way. And the tool that would be most resourceful would be your Sawzall. And if you have any experience with a Sawzall, you know you can do just about anything with those. So battery powered remote areas, this is a very good tool to do what you need to do. And as far as the difference between a whole skull and a cut skull, these, if you cut them, they're a lot easier to clean because everything just falls right out. So this makes your job a little bit easier. Those of you who are doing a European skull, a whole skull, you'll have to boil it. But if you're just going to mount it and you're just going to do a cut European, then you can use a Sawzall and you can get your job done. All of your hunts should be based around what am I going to do to get the animal back in here. A whitetail hunt may not be so remote, and more than likely, that's not such a problem. You probably got utensils, whether it be a boiling pot you can take with you, or a Sawzall. You've got an outfitter. You're more on the grid. If you're doing an elk hunt, you're doing a mule deer hunt, and you are doing it on your own, you have to bring these things to help you get it back in the state. So, and you still have to have those utensils. If you're doing a roll your own hunt where you're off the grid, then I would suggest taking a Sawzall. And if you have room and you don't have to pack a long ways, take your propane tank, take your fish cooker, and take your boiling pot and a good sharp knife. You can debone your meat, you can boil your skull, and you're all set to go.
Failure to comply with the CWD importation law could result in the seizure of your trophy animal as well as a citation. So before you go out on your trophy hunt, review our website to see if where you're going falls on that list. Also, review the ways that you can import your animal back into Tennessee, which, as a quick reminder, is a clean skull or skull plate, deboned meat, clean teeth within the skull, finished taxidermy products, and or hide. If you have any more questions, go to our website, tnwildlife.org, or call your regional office.